Hello and welcome back to the vlog. I have not done any writing vlogs for a long time because my writing life has been a little bit all over the place. I have not yet received edits for my sequel from my editor. She let me know that she's been out sick this week, so hopefully they'll be coming soon. But in the meantime, I've been working on the first draft of a totally unrelated project, Project Gold. I will link the vlog where I talked about outlining this up in the card, and I don't really know how far I'm gonna get into this draft before my edits come, but I've been working on it to give myself something to do so that I can be productive and sane. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie, and my debut historical mystery novel, The Cloak and Dagger Club, is coming out on July 14th from an imprint of Penguin Random House. My book is a 1930s Agatha Christie-esque fair play mystery about a crime writers club where a real murder occurs, and it also has a second chance romance subplot. So if that sounds interesting to you, the link to get your copy is in the description. It is available in hardcover, ebook, and audiobook. Paperback will probably be next year. I figured that this week I could just update you every day on what author-related things I am doing that week. Share a little bit about the writing that I am doing for Project Gold. If my edits come, we'll talk about that. And I also have some publicity-related things for the Cloak and Dagger Club that I need to do this week. So I'm just gonna take you along for this week in my life. I wrote 1,000 words so far today. It's already almost 2 p.m. by the time that I'm starting this intro, so a little bit of a late start. I have been working on Project Gold, my new work in progress, totally unrelated to the Cloak and Dagger Club series. And I kind of had a false start. So I wrote 9,000 words. And then I kind of stopped and I thought, you know, this book would work better and make more sense if I made this one plot change. So then I went back and I, in a new document, redid everything that I wrote so far, making that change. And so now I've written back up to the point where I stopped before. So I got like 18,000 words total, though the first 9 probably gonna be thrown out. I didn't delete them because I don't really like to delete what I wrote. You just want to have it just a safety net in case you ever need to go back to it. But that's where I'm at. I'm 9,000 words into the manuscript, or 18,000, depending on how you look at it. Like I said, I don't know how far I'm gonna get into this draft. My edits could come tomorrow for all that I know, but it's helpful to have something to work on, and obviously this is a manuscript that I'm really interested in writing, so whether I finish it 3 months from now or 3 years from now, it's not wasted time. Already a little messed up just from being outside, but I just went to Barnes & Noble and I worked up the courage to go up to the register and tell them, hey, I'm a local author. Can you see if the store has ordered copies of my book? I gave them the ISBN and they already had 1 copy that they'd ordered. But since I told them that I was a local author, they now ordered 3 more copies, and they told me that they're gonna put it with a little local author thing, and that I can come back and sign them. It's now Monday, almost the end of the work day. I am going to try to make more progress on this draft for Project Gold while I wait for my book 2 edits. So 10,000 words now in my new and improved draft 1. I do feel like the chapter that I just finished, chapter 3, is too long and maybe not the right thing, but I'm gonna try to keep going forward instead of doubling back and just being paralyzed by self-doubt and perfection. I just filmed a video yesterday on how to push through your first draft and get it done. And one of the pieces of advice I gave in that video was that you may not want to edit as you go, that it doesn't work for everyone. So I need to take my own advice. I do sometimes really feel the urge to go back and edit things, but sometimes I don't think it's the best thing to do. If it's a quick thing, sure. But if I say, oh no, like this chapter is not working, I need to go and completely redo it again, that is just hampering my progress. So I try to keep going most of the time, but not always, obviously. I mean, I just scrapped 9,000 words and rewrote them. Not entirely rewrote them, obviously, I kept a lot, but I did just edit as I went. So it's not like something I never do, but I do want to try to keep the forward momentum going and see how much I can get done. One reason that I want this to be a potential series is I want to do a slow burn romance storyline. Obviously, the Cloak and Dagger Club was originally intended to be a standalone, so I wanted the romance to be resolved in the first book, and I didn't make it a slow burn for that reason, but I really want to write one the next time I do a series. The Regency manuscript that I didn't get an agent with, that was supposed to be a slow burn. I love a slow burn. So I want to have time to develop a romance very slowly, bit by bit across a series. So I said in my vlog where I was outlining this that I think I need some chapters from my male main character's point of view for storyline purposes. I am worried that it's taking too long for him to appear, because now I'm 10,000 words in on chapter 4 and this is when we're first meeting him. I don't know if that's too long. We'll see. I do think I still need him as a point of view character. He's probably not going to have as many chapters as my heroine. I don't think it's going to be a 50-50 split, but there are moments in the plot where I think it needs to be told by him because it wouldn't make sense or my heroine wouldn't be there at that time. So we'll see. Good morning. It is Tuesday, getting ready for the day. After work today, I am recording a podcast, so going to try to look nice. Unfortunately, I'm having a sort of skin reaction thing, so hopefully I won't look too terrible. My writing day yesterday was actually really productive. I knew that it was a good day because I kept wanting to go back and be like, oh, just write a little bit more, finish my thought. I was really in a good flow, so gonna pick up where I left off if I have the time today. I got to the part where my main male character enters the story. So this chapter is his third person perspective, and it's where he meets the heroine. And when they first meet, you know, he thinks that she's pretty, but the situation in which they meet, he kind of has a less than favorable opinion of her and is a little bit annoyed by her, but then eventually, like, as they get to spend more time together and sort of have to team up as part of this crime that's happened, this investigation they have to do, he'll get to know her a little bit more. Again, like I said, I want this to be more of a slow burn. I don't think I would go as far as to say enemies to lovers, because they're never really enemies. It's just sort of like they get off on the wrong foot, and he has some preconceived notions about her. So I wouldn't say it's enemies to lovers. Maybe vaguely like a Grumpy Sunshine thing, because she's a little bit more of a free spirit, zest for life, somebody who wants to break out of the confines of her restrictive, sheltered upbringing. And he is more serious, a little brooding, still internally beating himself up over things that have happened in his past. Very like wedded to his way of doing things, his routine. So I really liked what I wrote yesterday. I do think chapter 3, I don't know if chapter 3 is fully working, but I'm gonna try to keep going and see what happens. I really hope that if this gets picked up, it can be a series where the romance really develops very slowly over multiple books. Have, you know, their feelings develop and steps forward and steps back. You know how it is. I love a good slow burn romance. It's one of my favorite tropes. It to me is so much more satisfying than having two characters who have insta-love. I really don't like insta-love. Though also sometimes if you love a slow burn romance, you get to a point where you're like, I just need them to kiss already. You know what I mean? Okay, hopefully I look a little cuter. Did my makeup. I feel like if I'm far enough away, my skin looks fine. I don't know if I'm gonna film the podcast in here. I did a podcast a week or two ago and I filmed it at this angle with that behind me. I might try to do it in my room, like how I film videos. I don't know, but I'll decide that later today. I'm recording it at 5 o'clock, so as soon as I get off work, that's when I'm doing the podcast. Okay, I need my headphones for the interview, but otherwise, ready to go. Have my ring light on just so the light is a little better in here, but wish me luck. All right, all done. I actually seriously loved doing that podcast. I felt like it was a great conversation. I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I did a good job. It felt pretty natural in the moment. Based on my limited experience doing interviews and podcasts, I do feel like as soon as they're over, you do kind of black parts of it out. And if somebody were to ask me right now, what did you guys talk about? I would be like, I don't know. Because they do really go by so fast. But I felt good about that. At one point, my headphone did fall clean out of my ear. So I told her, if you can cut that part out, please cut it out. The entire interview, I felt like one of my AirPods was about to fall out of my ear. And at one point, one of them literally fell right out of my ear and onto the floor. So I'm kind of telling on myself by sharing that, but it was good though. I had fun and I don't know, I feel like I did a good job. So yay. Hello, it is now Wednesday. I am a little upset because from March through May, I was having this issue where I was getting this weird reaction under my eye. I thought that perhaps I was having a reaction to a product that I was using, so I eliminated using that and it improved. But now, like a month after it last happened, it is recurring again. So I'm kind of down in the dumps because I really thought that I conquered it. Evidently not. What is on the agenda for today is that 2 weeks ago, my publicist sent me some information about doing a post for a website, and I'm supposed to send it back to her by Friday. I haven't done that yet, so I'm gonna do that today. If I have any extra time left over, I will continue my first draft. I wrote a little over 800 words yesterday, and I do like the chapter that I'm currently working on more. I do think the beginning of the book maybe needs some tweaks, but I'm gonna try to keep moving forward. I think maybe I can just leave some notes for myself about the thoughts that I currently have on how it could be retooled, so I can still get that out without once again doubling back and obsessively trying to improve the first draft. So that is the plan for today. We'll see what happens. I am a little bit cranky because of my face, so we'll see. But I'm gonna try to be productive. All right, I churned out that blog style piece for my publicist. This was actually quite fun because they gave me a bunch of choices for what I could write about, and I was able to pick whichever idea I wanted to do. So what I ended up choosing is they have this series called Author Reader Match, where you write a sort of pseudo dating profile piece about your books, you know, who is the ideal reader for them. So that was quite cute and fun. I think it came out decently, so I'm gonna send that over to her and I can check that off my to-do list for the week. All right, work is over, obviously. One thing that I haven't done in a few days is update this notebook. I need to take the sticker off. But I bought this to sort of just like write notes to myself because, like I've said before, this whole debut process has been mentally extremely stressful for me, and I've had a lot of ups and a lot of downs, some really rough mental health patches. So what I've started doing is that in this notebook, I write down all good things that happened to me related to my book. So if someone tags me in an Instagram post, leaves a 5-star review, if I see that a library has ordered my book. That was a really interesting one because I just Googled the name of my book and on order, and I saw so many libraries that had it on order, and I was really surprised. Many of the libraries, there are people, multiple people who are already on hold for my book. So clearly there are some people out there who are very excited. So today is the 24th, and today someone posted a positive review of my book on Instagram and tagged me in it, so I'll write that down. And then there were other people in the comments of that post saying that they thought my book sounded good or had a great cover or it was on their TBR as well. I also don't think I ever wrote down about the Barnes & Noble copies in here, so I'll write that down. That was Sunday, obviously, but I'll add it now. The final books have gone to the printer, and I have started seeing recently people tagging me in posts saying that Berkley sent them a review copy of the book, which is exciting. I was honestly feeling FOMO seeing other authors get tagged by bookstagrammers and just wishing that people would tag me. So it is good for that to be happening. It's something that I've been hoping for a while. I don't have my final copies yet, though. Clearly they're being sent out, but I haven't gotten mine. I am a little jealous. I want my final copies. Also, let me know when I get my final copies. Obviously, I only get a limited number, but should I do a signed book giveaway? Let me know in the comments. I don't know if I'm gonna really write a lot tonight. I might just go over what I did in the last couple days and see where my head is at, but I think I might take it kind of easy tonight and just give myself, a more relaxing evening. You called, Drizzle? Yeah? All right, I'm being summoned. Let's go. Gotta go turn on her water. There she goes. She's leading me. I don't know if I've ever shown this in a video before, but she loves to drink out of the tub. And so she cries to let me know that I need to come in here, turn her water on for her, and stroke her backside while she drinks. Sometimes I think she actually doesn't even want the water. She just wants me to pay attention to her. So she lures me in here under the guise of wanting water, because she's a sneaky, adorable little manipulator like that. There's a gecko on the window. Hello. He is so not bothered by the fact that I'm here. Hello. I know that Drizzle has fans, so if you are one of the people out there who loves when I show Drizzle in my videos, comment down below, put like a water droplet emoji. So I know I said that I didn't think I was gonna write last night, but psych, that was a lie because I ended up writing 894 words. Had a last minute burst of inspiration, so I did write something last night after all. My edits have still not materialized, and I doubt they will this week. I think my editor is still out of the office because I got an out of office message from her the other day. I'll continue working on this first draft, obviously at work today, and after work, I think I need to go to the UPS store again to mail my last arc of the Cloak and Dagger Club. I asked a bookstagrammer if she would like it because she posts reviews for historical mystery books, and she said yes. I was a little worried that since we're so close to publication, nobody would want the arc, but she said that she wanted it. She doesn't know if she'll have time to read it before publication day, but I said that is totally fine. I know that I am asking you at the last minute, so if you can't read it till after publication day, if you can't read it till August, that is fine by me. I just want to make sure that this last arc is going to somebody who is going to enjoy it, because obviously I'm going to get final copies of the book. I don't need to keep the arc. Like, I don't need it. So I wanted to make sure I'm sending it to someone who I genuinely think might enjoy my book and also has a platform where they can amplify it. So I'm gonna put that in the mail. I think the guy at the UPS store, I've gone a few times to mail one of my arcs and it's the same guy on duty. I think he knows me at this point. He knows that I'm the girl who always comes in to mail a book via media mail. So yeah, I think he might be like, oh, it's you again. Yeah, me again. I thought it might be nice to sign this for the bookstagrammer I'm sending it to, but I haven't practiced my author signature in a while, so I might do that. I just bought this 4-pack of pens. They're called a V-Sign pen. Somebody in the debut group recommended these for signing books because they have a sort of Sharpie-like feel, but they don't bleed. And from the tests I've done so far, they are pretty good. So let me just get one of my notebooks and practice doing my signature a few times before I sign the books. Obviously, once I put it in here, it's permanent. It does scare me a little bit, signing books, which I know I have to get over that, but I'm always like, oh, Jackie, don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up. Update the vlog yesterday on Friday. Nothing happened. I didn't write yesterday. I did find out that I booked another podcast from my publicist, so that's good. But yeah, nothing writing related really happened yesterday. Today I'm gonna go out and run some errands. Then maybe sit outside to try to get some writing done outside before I get a shower tonight. And that's pretty much it. I really like the last chapter that I wrote in draft 1. I still kind of feel like maybe the beginning is not quite landing. I don't know. I think that just currently the level of concern that my main female character has is not really believable. Like, I think she needs to witness more than what she's currently seeing. Obviously, like, this may not make sense because you don't know the story, but basically she thinks that something bad is going to happen, and then somebody does actually end up getting murdered. So obviously she will be proven correct, but right now I don't think what she's seen is suspicious enough. And I also feel like maybe some things that happened should be moved to after the main male character comes in to bring him in earlier, if that makes sense. So I think this afternoon I might reread what I already wrote and then press on to the next chapter. I can leave some notes to myself about things that I might want to tweak. Obviously, right now it doesn't have to be perfect. She's doing what she loves most, lounging outside. Hi, sweetie. Hi, love you. Hello, it is now a Sunday evening, so I'm going to wrap up this vlog. I did get a little bit of writing done yesterday evening. I will tally up in my notebook what I wrote this week and put it on the screen. I took a couple days off, I think, at least one, but not bad. I think I have like 15,000 words of this first draft now, not counting obviously the 9,000 or 10,000 that I kind of discarded and went back to the beginning, but I feel like that's pretty good. And with that 15,000, we just got to the part where the murder has now happened. I still think the inciting incident at the beginning might need a little bit of work because I still feel like my heroine's involvement doesn't make the most sense. Like, I don't think it really makes the most sense why she's so emotionally involved and concerned at this point. I think I can kind of retool this, but I'm going to focus on moving forward for now. So this has been a week in my life as a debut author. Thank you so much for watching. Remember that if you want to get your hands on my debut novel, The Cloak and Dagger Club, the links are in the description. Everybody who pre-orders before its release on July 14th, 2026 will get an exclusive short story directly from me. Just upload proof of purchase in the Google form in the description. It can be just a screenshot of your confirmation email, something like that. If you watched this entire video, why don't you let me know something fun you did this week, or just comment a sun emoji if you made it this far. If you want to watch another one of my videos, I recommend this one on the screen right here, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Thank you so much for being here with me today, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.